told myself I didn't want to get caught up in that bullshit, but sometimes the bullshit just seems to catch you. Ugh. Work. Like this week in particular, I mean, it's stuff like this has gone on before, but like this week in particular, like just people getting mad at each other, looks starting to be exchanged because, man, all the stupid stuff anyways, because I work at a restaurant which shares a building with another restaurant, and they're like two co-owners, and they, we have the same walk-in fridge, we have the same cage where we store all our like cleaning chemicals and just supplies and stuff. And it's just sometimes we don't have enough of one thing to go around, and so we have to share. But certain people just want to grab that shit, all the best shit for themselves, and leave us with whatever other crap is there. Like this week with the Windex, their squirt bottle broke, so they came and grabbed ours. And then when I went over, because I showed up there wasn't one there. So I'm like, so I go over there to see if I can just borrow theirs until we find ours. And they're like, yeah, just keep it. And then it turns out it's not working. And so I use it, and then I take it back over to them, hoping that maybe ours will turn up sometime later today. Someone will figure out where they left it last night or something. But no, when I go to return ours to them, turns out they had stolen ours, because theirs wasn't working, so fuckers just like, shit, what's still theirs? And then it happened again this week with the deck brush. Oh, this one's broken? Fuck it, we're taking yours. Ugh. To be fair, like, I had kind of broken it and then took theirs, because fuck you took our Windex. I don't know, it's just a thing, it keeps happening. Like Windex, dish soap, deck brush, just basically anytime we're in competition for a limited resource item, it turns into a competition, which it really shouldn't. We can share, but, I mean, we're supposed to share. We're neighbors. We're supposed to work together, not hate each other. I don't know. Just, the bullshit seems to find you, man. It's just, that's the environment we are in. We all just get kind of caught up in it. Which is why I try not to hate children. Because even if you have the most fucking racist kid you've ever met, like anyone under the age of 10, like, I don't necessarily give them a free pass, like, yeah, it's okay, you can be as racist as you want. I just don't slap them across the face. Like, just give them a chance to try and grow into a better human being, because they probably have no idea what the fuck they're saying. Like, this is their parents. This is the people their friends at school. This is television. This is a lot of shit going on, and they don't know no better. But, once you start reaching teenagers, I will slap the shit out of you. Teenagers, as much as they like to act like it, they are not children. At some point in time, you gotta grow the fuck up. Speaking of bullshit, also want to briefly touch upon the subject of love. I hate how people always try to define love and how to try to put rules on it and shit. And they're like, but for me, I think the simplest way to define love is with a quote from a TV show called House, starring Hugh Laurie. He had a conversation with 13, played by Olivia Wilde. I blanked for half a second. And she says, he's not in love with me, he just thinks he's in love with me. To which House replies, same thing. Which, that sums it up in a nutshell. Love cannot be defined, it's just something you feel. And it's real because you feel it. I mean, that's what emotions are. It's something that you just feel in your heart, and you just try your best to just process it however you can. But just because somebody doesn't give you flowers for no other reason than it's Tuesday, that doesn't mean they don't love you. It just means they're not into simple romantic gestures, which a lot of people just aren't. That has nothing to do with love. That's just, Don't let the media try to tell you this is what love is. No. Love is just a feeling that you have in your heart, and you know it when you think about the other person. When you see them, when you dream about them, all that other bullshit. It has nothing to do with your actions. Actions are the choices you make to try and express your love. Some people say, oh, love means never having to say you're sorry. Bullshit. Love means always having to say you're sorry, because you're gonna fuck up a lot. So be ready to apologize multiple times throughout your lifetime. It's going to happen. Love, some people say like, oh, love means putting the other person's needs before your own. That's actually not true at all. Because there are a lot of people who are just really selfish assholes. Doesn't mean that they don't love you. It just means that they're a selfish, conceited asshole. They are the center of their own world, not capable of putting someone else before them. It doesn't mean they don't love you. They just love themselves a little bit more. But that's just how life goes. How's the weather up there in Canada? Is it snowing yet? I bet it's snowing. I bet you're just riding bobsleds to school already. I don't know why, but I just thought of like Alaska, with just people riding around with the dogs pulling the sleds. What are they called? The mushers? Is that what it is? Yeah. It's 1 in the morning. I get delirious late at night.